Good evening, Kirk. How are you? Thanks for checking in. And Darian, hello. And Supersonic is right here next to me, keeping track of me. And Keith, how are you this evening? I'm not sure what's going on with the Colts game, but if you hear a loud yell in the background, that would be the First Lady of Indiana Freemasonry. She loves her sports. Well, good evening, Mark. How are you? How's things down in southern Indiana? Brother Michael, I hope you had a great time last night, and thank you so much. We'll be talking about, uh-oh, she's yelling. Something's going on. Good evening, Dirk. We got both my PR and marketing guys on here. That's great. Thanks for being with us. Sonic is extra active today. That's good. We'll give it a few minutes here. Everybody's probably watching the last of the Colts game. Well, Darian, it's never over until it's over. But it's not been a great game. It has not been a great game, unfortunately. Blaine, how are you? Thanks for checking in. The Peruvian Prince, Giano, it's great to see you. I scheduled an event with your lodge, I do believe. So I'll look forward to seeing you, I think, in November. Steve, how are you? And Brother Ed from Pierceton Lodge. Secretary Extraordinaire. Brother Jim, Martinsville again. And Brooke, how are you? Thanks for checking in. Looks like we're going to have a pretty nice crowd this evening, so that's great. As usual, we'll start about 3 minutes after 7, let everybody get checked in. So we'll probably have a mass entrance about as soon as the Colts game's over. Brother Carey, my brother from my lodge. Welcome. I hope you had a good trip. Brother Leslie, I'm glad you finally got it. Sorry it took me so long to send it to you. Brother Mike from down at Newcastle, good evening. Brother Allen from all the way down south at Lessing Lodge, thanks for checking in. It's over, and there's a tear, so it looks like the First Lady of Freemasonry is reporting that our Colts lost this evening, so... Well, it was a rough game, so hopefully they'll make some improvements and some adjustments for next week. Brother Randy, how are you? All righty, let's see here. Take a drink of the old Diet Dr. Pepper. And we will get going. Brother Adam, how are you? Central Indiana Masonic Association and Circumpunk, Brother Mark, Prospect Lodge. Brother Doug, thanks for checking in. Well, brothers, we're going to get started, so I hope everyone's had a great weekend and a good week, and get all refreshed today and get ready to get started for a new week of Freemasonry in Indiana. I just want to tell you, I was reflecting today. I tried to get home, and after a busy weekend and get some stuff done around the house, we spent some much needed family time with most of the family today, except for a couple of the grandkids. And my oldest grandson is racing four-wheelers, so we traveled to Bloomfield, Indiana this morning and watched a great four-wheeler race, and he's doing a great job, and proud of him, my son and daughter-in-law, for all the hard work they're putting into this, and I really appreciate it. So it was a good evening and got a little work done around the house, and was just reflecting that how much I enjoy looking forward to Sunday evenings and spending 20 or 30 minutes with my brothers from across the state and our brothers out of state and even out of country. So as always, I thank you all so much for checking in, and I really appreciate it, and I hope you get as much out of this as I do. So let's get started. So this week, we traditionally start with the commodities report. So the Grandmaster's Green Bean Report, I'm happy to report there's been an uptick in green beans this week from all of the banquets and other events I was at. So we're putting green beans at 4. And since Brother Doug Lennons is on here, he gifted me a can of green beans. So these won't remain closed for too long. So I'm going to put green beans at 4 this week. So thank you, Brother Doug, for the kind gesture. And they're sitting right here on my desk waiting to be put in a pot with some ham or some bacon and enjoyed by the Grandmaster. Now, the First Lady, she's not the biggest fan in the world of green beans, so these will probably all be for me. So thank you very much for that. It was a busy week, brothers. I want to tell you about a great event that was put on by Newburgh Lodge number 174 down in southern Indiana, Newburgh, Indiana, just a little bit west of, or just a little bit east of Evansville. Brother Doug Bricky, or David Bricky, I'm sorry, the worshipful master of Newburgh Lodge, put together a Jeopardy game. So we had Masonic Jeopardy at Newburgh Lodge, and we had a pretty good crowd, about 30 or so brothers gathered around, and we picked 4 contestants out of the crowd. And he has put together a program with the whole screen up on the wall, the big screen for Jeopardy, with all the topics of the questions. Actually came out of the Illumination program. So we had ritual, and we had jurisprudence and history, and all different kind of categories, and brothers chimed in with the questions, and we learned a lot. I actually learned quite a bit myself of things that I didn't know or had even forgotten. So it was a great time. So if anyone is interested in doing Masonic Jeopardy, you can contact Worshipful Master David Bricky at Newburgh Lodge, and he would be more than happy, I believe, to set that up for you and help you out with that. And it was very educational, and we had a lot of laughs, we had a lot of fun. They allowed me to be the host, so I was the host of Jeopardy, and we had a great time. And I think everybody walked away with some good Masonic education and a lot of laughs. So brothers are still checking in. So Brother Gino, it's great to see you on here. So appreciate you checking in. I hope you're having a great day. And I believe I might be seeing you later in the week. So that'll be exciting for me. I'll be glad to see you again, my brother. So again, Jeopardy at Newburgh Lodge was a lot of fun. And the shirt of the week is from Newburgh Lodge. So they gifted me this beautiful Masonic shirt. So shirt of the week from Newburgh Lodge. And they also honored me with an honorary membership. I've been to Newburgh quite a few times and did the Psalms presentation a couple years ago. It seems like it may not have been that long, but a great group of brothers and a lot of fun. So then on Thursday, Friday, and part of Saturday, the First Lady and I spent with our Grotto brothers of Indiana and all over the Midwest. It was the Midwest Grotto Association's annual meeting, and our good brother, worshipful brother Mike Neely, past master of Thorntown Lodge, was the president this year, and it was his function, and him and Sahara Grotto and Maru Grotto and all the Indiana grottos did a great job putting on this event. We had a lot of fun, but also met a lot of great Masons from across the state, and it was just an absolute great time of Masonic fellowship, and I really enjoy my time. The First Lady and I get to spend at the grotto, and so we really appreciate all their hospitality, and they honored me with an honorary life membership to Sahara Grotto, so I really appreciate that. We enjoy our events that we go to at the grotto, so good job to Mike and all of his crew, and congratulations on a great year, Brother Mike. And I just got the early notice. We've got a lot of brothers checking in, so the early notice of the winner of our large Grand Masters coin, and it is, let's see if I can get out of the box. Here's the large coin. I just sent out a bunch of them this week. So Brother Jeff Fudge, congratulations. I'll be dropping this in the mail to you, so congratulations on winning one of these coins. There's only 100 of them, and the supply is dwindling, so congratulations. So that's very exciting. Now, brothers, on Saturday, if you're a Scottish Rite member, we had the Sovereign Grand Commander of the Northern Masonic Jurisdiction of Scottish Rite, Brother Walt Wheeler, illustrious Brother Walt, was in Indiana and in Indianapolis for a listening tour. And I thought that was a very good idea. He posed several topics and several questions to the Scottish Rite members, and he really wanted them to ask questions and engage them in conversations on improvements and programs and things that are going well, things that aren't going well. And I think it's great when a leader makes himself accessible to the craft. That's one of the reasons why I started doing the live chat. I think it's important that our leadership and our Masonic bodies are accessible and able to answer questions and discuss things with the craft, both those great things and those not so great things. So really appreciated spending a lot of time with the staff of the Northern Masonic Jurisdiction and with illustrious Brother Walt and all the Scottish Rite Masons, not only from Indiana, but we had several brothers come over from Ohio to meet with the Sovereign Grand Commander and his staff. So great time. So last week I started a Masonic quote, and I came across one doing some reading earlier today from our worshipful brother George Washington. And I want to show you this statue. A lot of the brothers have commented about my George Washington statue. I never know which way to turn the camera here. So this is a representation of Brother George Washington and his Masonic regalia. It's a famous statue, and several years ago the Scottish Rite was doing a fundraiser and those could be purchased. So that's where that came from. But we're all, as Masons, fans of Brother George. So this was one of his quotes, and it really struck to me this week, especially with a lot of the things that have been going on in the society and in Freemasonry, and the good that we can show about how we act as men and how we act as Masons. So I'm going to read this for you. Quote by Brother George Washington. "It is most fervently wished that the conduct of every member of the fraternity may tend to convey mankind that the grand object of Masonry is to promote the happiness of the human race." So let me read that again. "It is most fervently wished that the conduct of every member of the fraternity may tend to convince mankind that the grand object of Masonry is to promote the happiness of mankind." So I want you to think about this week. It really falls in line with my theme of Follow Me to Freemasonry, of doing everything we can do as a man, as a husband, as a partner, as a leader in our community, leaders in our churches, in our neighborhoods, in our wherever we're at, in our places of work, that we want to project that we're doing our best to be good men and trying to promote that happiness and that congeniality and spread that cement of brotherly love across our world so we can attract more good men to Freemasonry. So I'll just take this moment to remind you of our Follow Me to Freemasonry cards. We still have plenty of them left and can always order more. So if you are out or if you want some, please contact Stephanie in the office. She'll be glad to send you some. And also our Masons Support Those Who Serve cards. I keep a supply of these with me as well. So if you see me out and about, I'll be glad to give you some. And I pass them out every opportunity that I get. I spoke to Linda from the Northern Masonic Jurisdiction office about this program, so she's looking at it and was very impressed. She's the director of their public relations and marketing, so had a great conversation with her over the listening tour as well. So let's remember, brothers, to go out and spread that happiness among the human race and let people see that Masons truly are good men striving to be better men. Some upcoming events, brothers, that I'd like to remind you of. Again, October's just, 2 or 3 days away. I can't believe it's October already. This is our 19th chat. The year's going by very quickly. So as you know, October is Beehive Project Month. So if your lodge has not talked about doing a community service project in the month of October, there is still plenty of time to get something planned. It can be simple as gathering 4 or 5 brothers up and picking up trash along the roadway, or cleaning up the city park, or volunteering at a food bank, or doing something for to clean up a neighbor's yard or a widow's yard, or anything that you think of you can do to promote doing good things in your community. Please do a project, put a project together. Send me an email at the Beehive Project 2526 at gmail.com, or directly to me, my rosecroyindy at yahoo.com email, and let me know what project you did, what lodge, and how many brothers, and how many hours, so we can do a big promotion at the end of the month to show the good that we do as Freemasons. Brother Dirk is in charge of the Colts game, and he's informed me that the Colts offered us 29 additional tickets that are available for sale. We sold out, but there are 29 available tickets that they made use of. So even though they lost today, I know they've got several more wins in the playbook. So please come to the Colts game. Let's all have a great time. And also the Colts jerseys are available still until October 1st, I think is what Dirk said. So even if you're not going to the game, you can order a Colts jersey, and it'll say "Follow Me to Freemasonry" on the back of it with the square and compass. So it'll be a great way to get out and wear a shirt, and I'll probably wear mine when I get mine for the shirt of the week one week. So remember the Colts game. And then I've been told that the Pacers game, the Indiana Freemasons at the Pacers game, is March 29th, and the tickets will go on sale November 1st. So put a save the date in your calendars for that, and we'll be glad to see you there as well. And then, most importantly, upcoming events, the Schofield House pilgrimage is coming up October 5th. I'm really excited about that. I love the Schofield House. I'm a member of Schofield 1818 under dispensation. We will have information there about joining Schofield Lodge UD, and how you can help assist in us maintaining and preserving the birthplace of Indiana Freemasonry. So we're going to start the events on Sunday, October 5th at 10 a.m. with a non-denominational worship service put on by Brother Scott Hebard, and I'm looking forward to that. And then there'll be a cookout put on by Schofield Lodge. They'll have hamburgers, hot dogs, and chips. And my beautiful wife, the First Lady of Freemasonry, Lady Mel, and the Grand Lodge ladies will have a table. Well, they'll be giving away candy and treats and snacks and a lot of good stuff there. And we're going to do a dedication of Dwight L. Smith's Memorial Stone. We're going to have some special presentations to the founding lodges of Indiana Freemasonry, and presentation by on Dwight L. Smith, and a few other things. But mostly it's just a time to come together, take a tour of the Schofield House if you haven't had one, meet brothers from all over the state, and just enjoy each other's company and support our wonderful birthplace. And as a reminder and a little enticement, every Master Mason that shows up will get one of my Follow Me truck pins with my truck Betty on it. There are only 500 of these pins. Every Mason that joined the car show received one, and also every Master Mason that comes to the Schofield House pilgrimage on Sunday will receive one. So you got to come and see me. Maybe we'll get a picture together, and certainly we'll have a brotherly handshake or a hug and have a great conversation and spend some time together at Schofield House. So I look forward, really want a great turnout for that. Rain or shine, we're going to be there with plenty of tents, chairs, and picnic tables. So we'll have a great time. And Brother Dirk, if you didn't see that, somebody asked where they could purchase the jersey. So Brother David, Dirk will get on there and put a post on there. So, and yes, it is a family event. Thank you, First Lady. Bring your ladies down to meet the First Lady. Bring your kids. We'll have some prizes, maybe a couple games, some things to enjoy with the kids, some cornhole boards, and just some different things like that to entertain the kids. So please make it a family event. Anytime we can bring our ladies and our families, please do so, and we would love to see you there. So thank you for that, First Lady. Appreciate you keeping me on track. Also, guided tours will be going on at Schofield House, so that will be exciting as well. We'll have a learned brother in each one of the rooms, and you can kind of tour around as you desire and take a look and learn about our wonderful building there. I want to talk also about our one-day classes coming up on October 18th. We've got one-day classes on October 18th at Noble Lodge in Indianapolis, and I will be conferring the Entered Apprentice degree from start to finish. So I'm excited about that. And so I'll get to do the apron presentation and the charge and all. And I love sitting in the East for the Entered Apprentice degree, so I'm excited to be in Indy, and I haven't decided if I'm going to stay there all day or move on to one of the other ones for the Master Mason degree. It kind of depends on the timing. Then New Albany at New Albany Masonic Temple will be having a one-day class as well the same day, and St. Joseph Lodge up north and Bluffton Lodge will have one as well, all on October 18th. So right now, the best way to get the information, we're going to get a mass email sent out the next day or so. But if you follow Worshipful Brother Michael Pettigrew's blog on all the activities in the state, he has put all the contact information and details for the one-day classes. So if you have candidates that you want to bring and candidates that you want to finish, it will be a great opportunity to bring them. But I want to tell you, as much as I love the one-day classes, it's a great way for a brother to join our wonderful fraternity. The key part of a one-day class is to mentor our new brother. We are going to put together a online Zoom call to do some of the mentoring for our one-day class guys. We're going to go through a deeper discussion on the Entered Apprentice degree and the Fellowcraft degree and the Master Mason degree that we don't have the time to do in a one-day class. Answer any questions any of the brothers, our new brothers, may have about the ritual, about the degree work, and then we'll go over the questions and answers with them as a start, just to kind of jumpstart them into our wonderful fraternity and into doing the ritual. I'm a ritualist, and the most important thing that we can do is to live the ritual. Learning it is important. I'm a firm believer that we don't have to know it letter perfect, that not everyone has to get up and recite the questions and answers without flaw. Most of us are capable of doing it if we put our mind to it. I would have never believed that I could do the ritual that I could do when I was in high school. My time would have been much spent better in high school if I knew that. But I love our ritual, and I love the teaching that it gives to me, and it's important for us to understand the ritual. So we will be putting that together and sending the invites out to our new brothers raised that day. So, and I can see Brother Blaine from St. Joe Lodge is putting up his contact information for his one-day class. So thank you for that, Worshipful. So again, the one-day classes, make sure your candidates come with a mentor. Make sure that they have a Bible and an apron. And make sure that they have I think it's the 42EZ form filled out and signed by the secretary that verifies that they have been duly elected by their lodge to receive the degrees of Freemasonry. So those are available on the portal, and make sure you bring them with your candidates. And I hope to see you there. If I don't make it to all the locations, which I know I won't be able to, please have a great time. Enjoy the ritual work. And if they're short on people and brothers, if they need help, jump up and help them out with the ritual work. So that'll be an exciting day for Freemasonry. Then, brothers, this week, I'll be at Leo Lodge on October 2nd. I'll be doing my Psalms 133 presentation for the brothers at Leo Lodge. So I'm not sure. I believe they're probably going to have a meal at 6 and start at 7. But if you're in the area of Leo Lodge, up around the Fort Wayne area, please visit and come by and see me. And if you haven't heard the Psalms presentation, I hope you will find it enlightening and enjoyable. And I'm looking forward again to visiting with my brothers at Leo Lodge. So excited about that. And Something else I wanted to bring to your attention this week, brothers. Um, you get to see the Grand Master travel around and go to degree work and do a lot of ritual. But there's also a lot of important business that the Grand Master is responsible for, and a big part of that is discipline. And unfortunately, that's comes with the job. It's a lot more fun to go to ritual work and raise a brother to the sublime degree of a Master Mason and visit lodges and visit with my brothers. But it's a very important part of being Grand Master. And a lot of time's been spent on discipline cases this week and looking at issues within our fraternity. And just remind yourself of, just like the quote I read from George Washington, we have a wonderful fraternity. And oftentimes it boils down to some of these problems that we have to learn to subdue our passions. And we have to put our words into action. Our ritual is worthless to us if we don't put it into action. As beautiful as it is, as wonderful as it is to recite it and to perform it, it's meaningless unless we put it into action. And we all fail. We all have our mistakes. We all, sometimes our mouth overrides our brain and our heart. But it's time that we, take your ritual to heart and be the type of Mason that I know that you're capable of being. We have so many wonderful Masons. Very, very few problems in retrospect. The good always outweighs the bad. But it is something that, as Grand Master, I have to deal with and have to work on. And just as a reminder, man, before you do any action, before you get into a confrontation, just think about a ritual. Stop for a minute and think about it. I often have to do that, especially on Facebook. I used to type things out, and then all of a sudden I'd stop and read it and go, maybe I better delete that. So just stop and take a minute and really think about your actions before you do them. But I want to tell you again, brothers, how much I enjoy being with you every week and getting to see you throughout the week. We have a wonderful fraternity full of great, great men, and especially our servicemen and women right now, and our police officers and emergency service personnel that are in the fraternity. We appreciate everything that they do for us every day. And just go out and be that Mason that I know you're capable of. And I just want to remind you, when I close a lodge in ample form, I always say, as we leave the quiet retreat of a tiled lodge room and we enter that world without, that you arm yourselves with the tenets of a Freemason, which, as you know, are brotherly love, relief, and truth. And may your ringing challenge be to every good man that crosses your path, follow me to Freemasonry. Brothers and guests, have a great week. Take care, and I can't wait to see you next week.